What's up YouTube, welcome back to another brand new video, and yes, a very happy video. After a very long time I have installed a full system Akrapovic exhaust on my Honda CBR 650R. So I know that it's a pretty late decision. I'll tell you why. This video is not going to be an installation video or something, so I'll discuss few things like why I bought it, how I bought it, and what all things you need to see when you change the exhaust on a CBR 650R and those things. So yeah, let's hear the exhaust first. It's not so loud on lower RPMs. It's certainly loud during higher RPMs. So when you open the throttle only, you'll get that feel. Pretty interesting, right? So let's go for a ride. Alright, so that's Akrapovic on the Honda CBR 650R. So let me explain to you why I bought this exhaust. First thing is this exhaust, the stock exhaust on this motorcycle was very silent, which is not actually good for a super bike. The reason is because generally these kind of motorcycles cruise at a speed of 140 or 150, and sometimes people don't get to know that there's a fast bike coming in, so they assume that it's a small bike. So that's one main reason I need a slightly louder exhaust. I don't really want to let people know who is standing 5 miles away from the bike. The bike should actually sound a little louder, that's all. Maybe you can see this clip and come back. Yeah, alright, that's how the CBR 650R cruise. So during these cruise speeds actually there was absolutely no sound previously. So on this one, like with the Acra, this is how it sounds. So it's slightly louder and people will get to know that there's a fast bike approaching. So that's one good thing. And secondly, it's one of my dream to buy a motorcycle which sound like an F1 car. That's one main reason I went for inline 4. So yes, after buying this, I was happy hearing the exhaust sound, but it was not that catchy, you know, like when it goes to higher revs, it makes some sound, but it wasn't that sweet. But with the exhaust, like, it has made really nice. And let's get into the next question, how I bought it. Basically, you can buy exhausts in India in different manner. You can actually buy it from authorized dealers. My humble request is go for authentic Akrapovic exhausts. Don't go for the first copy or the second copy or nothing like that. No copies at all. Go for a good exhaust. That is actually helpful for the long run of your engine. So there are authorized dealers here. You can buy through them. Actually, the price I think will be something like 125 to 135 depending on the discounts that the dealer is giving you. And second thing is, like, if you know someone who is coming from outside, they can carry it for you, so you'll save some money over there. That's also one way. And the next question is, did I gain anything from this? So obviously the first answer is yes. It's much louder, so that's one gain. And in terms of performance, this actually adds 5 more bhp and 2 Nm stock. When we change the stock exhaust, which is like damn heavy, this is saving around 10 kgs. So in that sense, the performance is slightly better. I won't say that you can right away feel that. Since I'm an owner of this motorcycle, I can feel that there's a slight improvement in the torque, and yeah, of course there is a difference in the top end. So other than that, for cruising and all, there is not much difference. So the next question might be, does it require any other modifications? Because generally people do ECU tuning as well when you go for an aftermarket exhaust. So if it's an Akrapovic exhaust for the Honda CBR 650R, it's auto tuning. Basically, once you connect this exhaust, the ECU of the motorcycle tunes by itself. So after turning it for around 10-15 minutes, the bike will learn by itself. So no need for an additional modifications to be done on that. If you want to have a little more power, then you can go for power commander or something like that, and extract the true potential of the exhaust as well. And the next question is, do I like it? Am I liking the sound? Honestly, I'll say I'm still confused, because This is not what I expected out of this. Basically, I rode the Honda CBR 650F. One of my friend actually, he's very kind enough to give that motorcycle to me for a test run, and I kept it for 1 week and I really loved it. So it's a 650F and I rode it and it was pure nice. It was not at all loud like this. The graph was same, but the amplitude is not as high as this one. So what basically it happened is that the CBR 650R is actually more powerful and louder than the 650F, and this runs on a DNA air filter, so more air to the engine, that means more sound. And second thing is, like, when you buy an exhaust, there are exhausts which are getting sold in US and Europe. So I got this exhaust from US. So this is a US spec exhaust. US spec exhausts are actually louder than other exhausts. So that's how it became super loud. I don't really say super loud because the sound of this exhaust actually stays within the circle of the motorcycle. So if you are too far, like even beyond around 300 meters and all, you won't really hear that screaming noise and all, not like Austin Racing and those kind of exhaust. But yes, it's louder and it is sweet in a way. The only thing is, like, I shouldn't get a headache. That's what I'm experimenting nowadays. I shouldn't get a headache after listening to this. Altogether, my purchase actually boiled down to an exhaust which is slightly louder than my taste. If you are following this channel, you might be knowing that I don't really like motorcycles with very loud exhaust. Slightly louder is okay. So out of the scale of 10, I'll say that this is somewhere like 8 by 10, and there are motorcycles which does 9 by 10, 10 by 10 and 11 by 10. Anything beyond 10 means it's too loud. I mean, it becomes too irritating. I don't really like those kind of exhausts. Basically, I was looking for a Yoshimura exhaust for the CBR. That has a really nice bassy feel. This is also bassy, but the Yoshimura is really nice. And the thing is, Yoshimura is a big pipe and it's more costly. I was not getting it. Finally, I settled upon the Akrapovic. Honestly, I have to say that I really didn't like the looks of the Akrapovic because it's underbelly and it's not actually designed for the 650R. It basically carries the same design of the 650F. So that's one reason I didn't like it. And finally, you might be having one more question. Are these exhausts legal? I have to say that it's not legal, because in India, any aftermarket product on your motorcycle like exhaust and all are illegal. Personally, I feel that it's high time to change those rules, because if this motorcycle is coming from the showroom with an Akrapovic exhaust, then it's legal. But if I fit it, then it's illegal. But yes, I cannot completely blame the law as well, because if the law is not there, then anyone can sell any kind of exhaust and ruin the engine or noise pollution and all. So that's not really right. So in a way it is okay, but the law should be in a way that the sound should be quantified, and based on that the law should work. But currently anything add on to the motorcycle is illegal. So honestly, I have to say this is illegal. Only one thing is that the exhaust is underbelly and cops don't see that easily. So in that way you won't be caught that easily. And on lower revs actually it is not at all sounding loud. You can just listen to that now. And when I pull the clutch, absolutely no sound. So that's not at all a problem. You can live with the exhaust inside city, no issues. Whenever you want to hear the sound, just whack it open, you'll get it. Started liking the exhaust actually. On the day one I was like totally terrified hearing this sound, because with the DB itself, yeah, that's one point. With the DB itself, this is loud, and this has a welded DB. So if you want to take out the DB, you have to cut it and take it. I'll say that don't touch the DB. Never ever touch the DB on this motorcycle for my use actually. So previously I had a plan to even sell off the exhaust using it for one day. Then a few of my friends and my technician, everyone told that just use it for some days and you might like it. But out of all the aftermarket exhaust motorcycle that I've ridden, this is not that loud. Truly, this is louder than the 650F Akrapovic, but not as loud as the Akra of Z900 or the twin cylinders and all. So it's kind of livable for now. If I get a headache, yeah, I'll be putting this in Oilex. Let's see. So that's all the news about the Honda CBR 650R Akrapovic exhaust. If you have any doubts around these topics, do let me know in the comment section, because I was doing some research over this for the past few months. So let me know. If I know the answer, then definitely I'll be able to help you out. So I hope this video is helpful for you, and as always, show some love in the form of likes and comments. See you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.